I'm not going to show my face for now. I just need to take a shower. Maybe I'm going to show my face later. Oh, that's no problem for that. Hero of the hour! Your battle with Nicole Shades will bear me an epic battle. Sylvania. And rightly so. I was, however, it was, without a doubt, one of your most epic victories. Toch, I must add that I look great to join in your from the experts in shape. And now, only for your own sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would be infernal eyes will still be first to Istrian's maid. And yet, even with Nicholas gone, I can't help but wonder how much of our friend remain. Let us pray on visit to Lemia and bring news of his condition. Sylvania, Avenel, my honored friends, as if winning hitherto or signs were not enough, you took it up on yourself to rid us of his blood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contributions were hardly noteworthy to the true salvation of the day were Sylvania and Alcinian. One tripled over Nigel's shade, took the strength of the arms, and the other took strength of will. And speaking of Estelian, what news of his recovery? The Asin Dragon has conferred to the Inferno. The Asin Dragon has conferred to the Infirmary, where he now resides until under the care of our hospitality culture. And I am hoped he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estonians' mind and body were held hostage for many days, and we must be patient and to allow the process to heal to begin. In the meantime, you should do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But sadly, Sir Enric uh, is never long from Estien's besieged, and will send word the moment there's any development. Now, if you have set your concerns, I believe Lord Ottoman and his sons are most anxious to celebrate your return. Farewell, First Commander. Come on, come, Sylvania. It seems that we are awaited at house for them. Ah, I'm streaming now a bit in the morning, but in the evening it is impossible to log in on time. And so I can still play a little bit, even though they cannot see the line of videos.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength. Mine efforts would have counted for naught had the warrior of light not arrived to challenge the great world. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the outer ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother in arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, warrior of light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
still don't feel much for this. Sylvania, my friend, what can I do for the son of Isgard? You seek Master Ovena? Ah, he can to reveal my theory of Sean's when he begged to send at Esmond's Assyrian side, I would not well refuse him. Toch he won't sooner vows than admit it. The boy must be exhausted by graceful trial and all that followed. Estonians blessed to have such an devoted comrade. Oh, my own friendship with Assyrian began some 10 years back. Shortly after we joined the Temple Knights, I learned his name soon. But Assyrian barely resisted my ex recognized my existence. I was less a fellow. I was less a fellow recruit, and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his past. And so I might have remained, had fate not seen fit to intervene. Well out on patrol, our company was set up by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The expedition forgot and bounds between a force and bound between us. As such life-threatening situations were about to do. The spirit or friendship, he remained intense and solitary. God, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Niraj. Revolution was never at the forefront of his mind. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents. Revenge for his younger brother. I won't felt that in I would vent that in Arno he seems something of his own sibling, and in the uncat child of a child of Israel often was found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Palestinians taught observation have saved me from disasters more than once, and I can well understand Alvan's affection for him. He is a friend, for how I would gladly Lord Commander, your presence is required immediately. Is he? Tell them I am on my way. Quietly, Sophia. We mustn't go to him. Quickly. Dat je zet sufficient to fuel
Estinian!
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead. Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvoga to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine, but full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
Thank you very much.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty.
Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fibre of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not: comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike.
Interesting. Interesting. You are Nichols, and Nichols is you.
Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend. He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet. I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the steps of faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. 'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and low-born alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords. Though he strove at first to refuse this honour, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honoured guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on dragonback, and by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age.
Is that the Azure Dragoon?
Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
was him, was it not? And I did not take his helm with us. So did he truly give up the title of dragoon? I was grasping out at the sea of clouds in our too rare moment of idealism. When I changed to become certain hero wielding her way to the city on Dragon back. Welcome back, Dragonia. Welcome back, Safari. Dragonia is more lekker. No crowns, no matter. What moved me to greet you in person. But between you and me, I merely shot a speed from a split from the pressing of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state, then I am burned out with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small answer that the way you must feel when you're improperly it echoes in some small matter the way you must feel when you're improperly fierce of heroism rewarded with still more impossible challenge. The myths which gain a grounded or society from a generations lives in a particular and I then be built up the system of the noble classes, and then I want some to tear it down. And then, strangely, yet it's that place, at its young hours, and the archbishop's bastard, an archbishop bastard at the head of the houses of lords. But those questions are for me to answer. Is it not in man's nature to change overnight? It is not in man's nature to change overnight. This is, this I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we renounce Isgard, one careful piece stone at a time. We must remain at it. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the man and woman that our children will become. May the tower rise proudly from the fundamental of our legends. I hear words from Captain Witagam that Assyrian has vanished from his has vanished from his sick room. He went serves in the minutes. Should you ever hope in nights? Should you ever hope on or happen upon our friends, met your friends, or on your travels? Pray, assume me that I should keep it, that I should keep Isgard safe until he decides to come home. Thanks, Savannah. And please, convey me foremost regards to Mr. Alveno. Alright, now we need to go to house for them. I will see. You smoke with Sir Emmerich. I do not envy his new position. Isgard has chosen a new route, but one literally with the take of thousands of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet toch her people may submit from time to time. I know of no better than Sir Emmerich to let the mark of progress. As for us, there remains a small matter of urgency in a new draft in shadows and in suitable Asian mechanisms and seemed endless process of primordials. But we must walk over our choice path. No matter how threatening the threatening the feet. How is that? What does he say? He's a villain, I guess. Is he a villain? Oh, yeah, he's one of the warriors of darkness. Now I remember.
Thank you, Balthazar, the unspeakable. Nah, you mean no. You need no. Remain there. We shall listen, but that is your place. All is proceeding as expected then? There's not to concern us, aside from one overwhelmed, curious mouse.
Does he mean us? He means Ovno, isn't it?
Wait,
This way. Oh no, it is not Alvino, it is his sister. I think.
it is no name. It's not small. They will pay
For their part. They will play their part, and we will play ours. Give away to us. Huh? Alright. We did complete it in a smashing. A disappointing indeed, Tom. But where is my quest? Let's look for the names from the perspective. The herald is pursued by me. I'm not through this right now. I think I need to go inside here. No? Hmm. Alright, then is that alright, then is this the first. Mrs. Seeker Ring. Mrs. Seeker Ring, you come at the most excellent time. And in fact, from a truly payment person was delivered to the mansion, but short while ago. We should vote that you had been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Emmerich Bar Lord speaks of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of Hausborg, cordially invites Miss Severin to dinner with him at the St. You seem surprised. The message assured me that his lord had programs that supplanted with you at the early days, when the argument for the place conferred with still being finished. Of course, then infestation, intervention once affords little opportunity for action, but with then hoping utterance of peace. Clay, the Lord's commander, seems no further cause to delay. What you say? I will, but I haven't forgot what to wear. Any tools? To be honest, I rather not. You ask me? Well, I am sure that on person, no friend of Sir Emmerich, your aunt literally wear whatever you dear appropriate. That said, when tough, a man of noble talk to far worse than when then in town, a man of noble cloth to far worse than outly clothed. At least then in that is what Sir Emmeline has been hearing to say. Assume the same holds true for ladies. Then when you're ready, pray report to astronomy and house barrel should be waiting near there to escort you. Escort you the rest of the way. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Getting and met Miss Cigarette. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as head staff of House Baron Talk. At my to our staff is some but smaller than those of other noble families. Our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families. Ben Constable on one hand. Then my lord will be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. We have spared no effort. I dare say, a woman of accent such as yourself enjoys their moments respect the battlefields back on even now. I am sure, but for this day we let you let down your barrier and a glass of peace and prosperity. All right. Yeah. I hope that's Satan.
To think the Mughals would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
Yeah, the Muggles there were interesting and strange folk.
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
No, I don't need wine. You also don't need something to drink. What's she doing in the orange juice?
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Why not join me on the next? Till perhaps a bit long for my liking. It was all sunshine and lemon cake. Which one should I choose?
Peeps.
Why not join me on my next?
Well, truth be told, when I think back on the sweeping vistas of the churning mists, I do feel some slight pangs of wanderlust. Alas, much as I would like to accept your invitation, I fear my present duties with the House of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday, perhaps.
All right.
By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbours, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
Thank you. You're doing so.
May I ask a personal question?
All right.
Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Fulton.
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
For every ending, marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did she. Only to be drawn onto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
I want to enter.
Yes.
Is that... Alize, Alphino's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. It was only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons.
Bear Mistress Leveillard to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
Huh?
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Sufficient. They won't let her. Yes. Surely, they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in the captain's white cups and his sharply guns. I think another word for doctors. Did they not bring Estienne back from the very brink of death? I am confident. Comfortable. Remnants of how he knocked at me for playing at his bedside for those days on end. What you say, my friends? Should we turn our attention to the matter once we yet have a comrades who yet have the power to how attention to the matter, how conclusions we yet have the power to influence. I think I'm taking off. So, the warriors of darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. Then we first encounter them in low Gaza. They, when they were confronting Ravan. The god has this been their gods. This has been their aim all along. What do you intend to do, Master Avenel? There is much and more we do not understand. But I know this. On Primal's summoning can't be ignored. A seal is rests here, risk her life to uncover this plot, and we squandered her gift. At our play. Sophania, will you accompany me to Paul or Tyrol and help me stop the electoral? Given that the scout here share a border with Ilex Highland, we have fast interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to serve. We have been willing to suffer the priest tribes into the colonel's land to a point, but summoning a primal is as we can't complete. We should you shall have our finest airship, the mountain of it are not easy travelable. This endeavor demands all haste. The Hestant is most Jesus, no. I need to clean my hands from this. Then Heston is most appreciated. The Heston is most appreciated, Sir Emmerich, but I fear it is this to feel. Approach isn't te veel. This is their homeland, after all, and Ilix the Richtboom are not to be underestimated. No experimentation tell me the only approach is payment. I believe it won't be wiser to cause in the by the way of Mount Pass, Dragonspan. In that case, I shall send for knights to be played. Please, it's at your disposal. They will escort you safely past Tofton Mountains and escort you then Toch, my men are unequipped to confront grimarther. They are more than capable of contending with Alex. We should be glad of their assistant, Lord Etman. In the event, Mrs. Elise regained consciousness, we should share with you any and the information she may profit. By the Fury watch. May the Fury watch over you safely. Then let us be off. We can proceed any attention supply we require in Camp Dragonpaw and Dragonton. Imam Sudi Balisi for the money he saw the Suda. Iodo Sabalisinama, Filo da Nama. Let us know. Have you everything you require? Then expect. Then and to the past is north, and to the our camp dragon. Though it is normally guarded by a skeleton of Elix warriors. I have been informed that House for the Knights have already dispelled them. The enemies guard these open, and we need but walk toch. Go, Mitty, 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 Mitty. Mitty, Mitty, Mitty. Mitty hot hole. Mr. Karan, Master Avano, as you can see, the gun is ours. Then, at fields that our squad are reporters increase activity around the first mountains. Simply put, they are putting their eye up to something and don't want anyone interfere. We should rather really to accept you executed il ex al fal olia. Sorry. 8 you as you see it. And give the number we are like to come to oh may be best. Well, the knights and I fathomed the large attack to draw the enemy's attention. I suggest you and your to pass their defenses and locate the site of the shaman ritual. If the gods are good, and may they are, we should only have, let we wish they are, we should only have to deal with some few patrols. But if they are not, you might be forced to battle with the Warrior of Darkness. Why is he in the air balloon? Is it a minion? Or is that a baby? Oh. I did get a dream code. Oh, I'm standing in something painful. Oh, that's it. I was thinking, why do I get so much damage? Like I was a stupid healer. I was standing in into painful point. Eee. What's this? We did it! Factory is for die. Oh, this is from the village. Dutch. no, it's Shaman Shiva. Allow me a Shaman Garuda. It's one short now. So that's supposed to be Shaman. Oh yeah, I see. Oh. Alright. Oh, my stuff is essential. Yep, yeah.
Thank the gods! What happened? So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Asians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here?
The Warriors of Darkness. And they? One looks a bit like ours.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
I'm going to kill.
Enough, Jarumo. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
What do you want?
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Heidelin and Zodiac, I take it? Of the great sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
Why do you want to destroy?
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
All things considered, we should be grateful that to have a servant that encounter. To think that it can't be true, that to save their world, they must bring runs towards. No. It's matter not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justifiable. Whatever their reason, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Alright, I put on my water. My sheet. Two sides of one coin. Forgive me, this is neither the time or place for idle interruption. The night can pass, Lord Edmund of our success, and we the Lord Commander, for in a more important, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself, if you wish. I will be at the congress. Alright, so what we going to do is we tap here again. To the foot. Alright, I can do that fast. See. It brings me to joy to see your safe return to us, Sylvania. What news from El Il Val Al Tom? Then we were not too late. Oh. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Eastgard, I offer my deepest thanks. As for you, we have remained behind. Mrs. Ashola has been tending to Miss Elsan in your absence, and I'm present to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have any questions, especially given our recent encounter with the warriors of Devil's darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry. Her condition is much improved, and she is released one. Much like her brother.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother, thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first, but it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits, but after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these warriors of darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed, the Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
They want to convince them to summon the calamity. Zodiac.
It should come as no surprise, but Alizé and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kryle and I shall journey to Zelphaton and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alizé, you...
Therefore, what's important?
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
She makes a new outfit for them both? Or only for Elsie? we did already make one for. No. It has been many moons since last we worked together. Toch, I believe the same can't be said of the two of you. I confess I was aware of your subterraneans expectation of your search for the truth of the calamity. I consider the involvement myself with her veterans for the time. But I considered involving myself with her ventures for a time. But as you know all too well, she conspired to keep us apart. I can only assume she carried on in our absence. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Cold legs. Right then, should we be off? The tour never crescent to impress. Never crescent to impress. Toch, voor een moment, I fear she might surfeit you with an identical outfit. Press the 12, she did not. Mother and father were all fond of making us wear matching clothing. Do you remember the time at the studio when that girl of your when that girl of yours crept up behind my in the hall and up at Shepherd. See, sister, please. She was not can't we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? So be it. Another time, perhaps. I should thank you again for assisting with my expedition, Sylvania. Toch we left matters somewhat unfinished. I am nevertheless prepared to face on the task at hand. I aid you to fullest extent of my ability. As you perhaps, as you happen, as you helped me to brave the cold, so well the cold, so too will I have you deal the world. Unpleasant to have you with us. Unpleasant to have you with us. I been meaning to ask you about the curry. Yes, the curry that so fortunately arrived to spirit us away from Uda after the park ride. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Uda. How did you know? How did you know to send help? Ah, the breastplates were even less discreet than sharp ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed. Abraham managed to finish it. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more thoughtless than last we met. You have the look of mother. How is really you have the look of mother. How is ready to fight for the future of Eurasia. To that extent of my ability, perhaps, but I have no delusion of great envy, nor the will to present to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I won't regard if I want this. Oh. Fair enough, let us depart for Fair enough, let us depart and see its around, then be assisted. Beside, I. Do I still a pessimist? I think I have. for coming up on your account. Why, Master Alphino, I vote that the scholars had sent facts and great knowledge of thy coming, but that's by 3 and TNT those days. The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow me to explain. It's true, I too have had tales in recent days of primordials being raising up only to cast down by forces unknown. Alter as though they stand observant, 'tis served, but to spare the beast traps, to spare the beast traps, to praise their goals with reducible fairies. We have two options at this time. To individe the remain to search for the beast traps, crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any future summering rituals from regime complete. The second is easier said than done. Of course, we were fortunate enough to learn of the Air's plans before they come to fruition. I should be surprised if the warriors of night and the Ascians did not have similar descriptions. Also, where elsewhere to which we have no knowledge of. They weren't wise to come here. They were wise to come here. For this very day did I receive things most terrible forms. Across the settlement of Mare Litorka, London's sun and their swifts that the Lord of Grams near his return. Mere rumors to today, but in light of Dean's own discoveries, thy cans ill far to turn deaf ears to thy claims. We must adhere to the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us concerned with the maelstroms of forces settled at camp overlong Sylvania. Thanks for your concerns. Pray inform us should you learn and more else. I should. If I may, brother, Urinal is there anything else you like to say? I will say. If not, then never mind. I only ask because you were normal better. I only ask because you're normally rather more fair thoughts. Nothing at all? Farewell. And we depart. If wish to make request. If I wish to make request to the warrior's rights of darkness, spoken how the warriors of light spoken of how the Argon had the power to break down the barriers between places that the Ardons had the power to break down the barriers between plans. That our worlds might be renewed. That our worlds may be renewed. If I would ask that you research this for us. By nowhere near as well written as you, I'm sure I won't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tales of promise tongue. Den ga oordeel. Perhaps you should start there. By they live. Camp Overlook, wasn't it? Farewell. I've not yet. Was it a plant or so? You're going to fly a little bit more. Was je 20 komen met je? Mickey. For the future, for I have 7 hells at that rate. I have to pardon Mr. Commander for reinforcements. Oh, well, fancy that. Just when my goblin problems look like coming to a head. And signs of the 7th dawn turned up. It's so pity. Bloody brilliant time, is it? That is right then. Let's go. Unlikely allies. So our friendly neighbor in Goblin, in Club have got much more aggressive if late. Let's, as you say, might to the fan, maybe might to the fan, or squadrons spotted on sneaks about the story for now. Just now, likely looking to make off with some arm or crystals. I'd be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the big bundle. Will you? Alison? Or mushroom friends? Seems not involving more agitated than when first we arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold at the camp says that would appear the correspondent information. Yes, but don't be so reckless as to infiltrate a maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be times to think of that later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan's summoning. And what seems and that seems a finding and question the squabbles. Oh, they disappeared on me. Do I want to do this fate? By the Fury, not me. Oh, here's one cobalt. Stop! Stop! Schnapp, schnapp. Ich schnappi, schnappi. Oh, 9. Oh, this is now in place. Snap back! Away! Far back! I am not! Not It's no use! Pointless! Hopeless! No use! Don't hunt me! I wish to talk. Yes, yes, just talk! Clam! This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Classy found me again. What to do? What to do? What to do? I come in place. I talk, speak, say, talk. So, place, No, hence me. So this is our really common invader, isn't it? No wonder that the Sultan were on edge. He would very well give one present me. We got him. Fine work, son. If so, little thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, weren't you? No, I come to talk, not to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shot, and I. Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pigman, God, bit. Of orders. At last, I will be Pigman. One day. I will be. Well, lad. Hello. I am Oveno, and this is my sister of the sea. Sylvania, the woman who found you, is our friend, and now that you know our name, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Pound here thinks you want to take his crystals, Pound, but you say you come to ask for help? Why so? Why tell? Why tell us? And not to your own people. What happened? Can you tell us? And I say, no one is going to hurt you. Oh, right? Not while we were here, I promise. Da, patriarch, then Pattern is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Parents said they did want it, along with many others, but the parent won't listen. He was so angry, grinding niet in firm and angry. He said that if they didn't have any iron in their head. They won't serve as cook for the furnace. And then the guard looks me, got my parents and the other away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Come for the furnace. I don't think I did not want to believe it, but if I did not want to believe it, but I have heard tales of vanishing from vanishing from the bones of history which worship vanishing from bones of history which worshipped worshippers in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12th, but is that is sickening. No one listened to Hubble, no matter how much he is crying, pleading, begging, crying. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overwhelmers and praising the Great Father. Hubble loves Great Father, but he loves his parents too. Please, help Hubble, stop. Stop, then partly at school, and save his parents. Commander, Maelstrom, Ffxiv, command that Titan sun is emitted. Should the worst come to, if the worst come to the world, we will receive their support. Time begins to of the essence. We trade will attempt to infiltrate the kobold's stronghold, escort their siege their crystals, and free their prisoners. If you, sir, we forgive, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready, just in case. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. I have faith that we may stop the ritual. We won't sufficient have detained the acid ether disruption, then Titan manifestation already. But I can't speak for the prisoners. 12. Have mercy. but there would even contribute sacrifices their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essential. We must see that else brachu gaubu anos en commute voorkom pain without further abuse. I heard the great father's tattoos love crystals. Something confident loved him. And if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Paladin told everyone to go forth and gather them. So was thinking if we take all the crystals away, maybe the great father won't come. Very well. I was just thinking the same thing. So, do you know where the crystals are stored? I know. Oh, several. Suppose each they listen by different orders. God wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But others, we can't take them away and hit them. Come. God will leave you to the first chamber. All right. Alright, I think this will be the last verse. Even though I think it will take a little bit longer than I was thinking. I am so bad in calculating time. How much time do we can stay? Pray, see the crystals. Seize the crystals, Alizé, and I will stand guard for any patrols. Quaint! Do you have them? Oh, to show. Time is short. If we have the crystals, we should move on to the next cave. Did you hear that, brother? Brother? Yes. It's just that. I'm quite certain that cat once barks. I'm quite certain that Krates once bought his guardian seal. Someone looked great pain to recover all those, but enough remains to make out them a pattern. See for yourself. I suggest to imagine kobolds traveling to council to obtain crystals, much less bother to conceal their origin. I suspect those crystals were simply in the filled by other parties, most likely a part of the Asians. As tensions speculated, I don't understand how are the Asians, do they worship Great Father too? Oh, never mind about that. As Ellison said, we don't have, we have lots of time. Can you leave us to the next count? Yes, of course, but who knows the one? Then this next one is less, is very large, very big, very huge, very large. Toch, the king was uttered. You see no sign of the crystals. Oh my God! Confound it! What about you, Savannah? Any luck? Nothing! But this can't be. Call, show them. Splitten, store it, show. I think, brother, they must have moved them. Say, the question, where to? Anyway, within common man, there were similar Titan once before and mean to again, if it's the only explanation. What about mother and father and the others? We have to help them. And we will. Goede, we will. Stay calm. We still have time. Oh, there have acts to call for the remaining cats. Yet, if they're hot, then they would have found the other townlets empty and sound alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time is stone. Was with mist, bear, and never and seize the remaining crystals. There no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals. Then I deliver them to Captain Bell. We dare not take them in the blow mine. Another. The crystal Savannah. If you would be so kind. Oh. Here, the crystals. Oh, no. Thank you. I should deliver them to Camp Outlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Barton on the situation. Pray go ahead. As I recall, there is a trap within the mine that should deliver you to the Nephal. Doubtless know that's the way. I wait for you there. I rejoin you among. Strange. I won't thought you ought to remain. I won't thought that you remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you prefer, then God speed, brother. This way. Alright. Alright, this is close. I take it this is the ether we seek, right? As soon as Avalon arrived, we go. I trust you feeling a sentence heretic savannah. There's no telling about a short resistance we face in there. swiftly, quiet. I will not suffer any further delay. Lay down your arms, sovereign. I have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overlander, overwelder, there. But no, how did you, how did you, there are my, where are my parents? Patricia, where are they? Are parents dead? Mom! Father! Come for the fire. Your mother. You're a monster. How could you? We were but servants of the Lord of Crimes. We and that he may drink of our blood and partake our flesh, that he may draw down the strength of his children and defense from the tyrants of the overworld. No, Alison. No, Alison. Not yet. I understand, Paul. I do. Fear. You fear. You're angry. You're hate. You won't do anything to protect your people. Anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those you can never treat it. You can even do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of observe, you have brought suffering to your own kind and kind, and have sacrificed their lives of their people. You were sought to protect, but it no needs. Hey. Pachter, renounce this bloody cure. Source your attempts to summon your gods and work with us together to build on lasting peace. Other place to embark at the overall conversion. Old breaker, oh you liars, betrayers, oh breakers, oh you take and take and take, and then you have had your faith and use peace, and your promise this time, and time is the last, until you grow hungry again. Then we dare to defend ourselves, and you declare that this beast tribe can't be suffered to life. Then our God drains the land ether and brings not to suffer death, destruction, suffering up on us all. I dare not. I will hear no more lies from you and yours. Overwelder, you run at us. You run our lands. You will run us. I say, I come. I say, I can come for you. And I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Something, please. Please, please. Are they dead? Please! Oh no, Titan! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! No! Not Titan! Seven helps! I'm here! I'm here! Leave! We must. Oh no. Oh no. By the 12th, how could it be? How can I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let God accomplish us. Let a gift that we were like to find. He anxiety and depression have served to breed and promote, just as certainly as words to supply of the faithful. Was then born of such tremendous emotion. This incredible of time seems violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it was that many crystals were present there. It is that when many crystals were present, they but facing of the quality intended for the something. Meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planet. But that has less speed. He yet unpremortal, and the longer we lead him, the less ether, the stronger he will grow. And now Titan be permitted to live, and should Titan be permitted to live online, and more lives will be lost, and the new song will replay this top, and the crystal will be continued. Sylvania, you know what must be done. Will you face Lord of Clone once more? Thank you, my friend. Alison and I will stand till come, and you have when you have finished the promoter, look for us once again. We will be executing. So, the one that I need to do. Ah, that's unfortunate. And now I'm stuck. Oh no. Why needs to fall off in the middle of the fight? Oh, that is. It's very fun. Alright, I did get the Titan notebook. Alright, that's that. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you she won't return safe and sound? And that is stone. Then Titan is no more. Good. There was been enough trouble this day. And he been like this since he regains consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he He has made no attempt to respond. He is most. He is. He must certainly still be in shock, but we can't discard the possibility that he sympath. But we can't discard the possibility that he succeed and succeed to promoter's influence. Should that prove be the case, he must be put to death, like the other trial. Such is the Alliance policy. Yes, you have the right of it, but we must not rest to conclusions. After all, we can fear that we once feared that some followers were beyond reason, and maybe have since let down their arms. And many have since then let down their arms and accepted Iscard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. All right. This is a time. Next one is the one that's the last of that, but I'm going to not do that right now. Is that I spare that quest for next week. So, what I need to do is here make the screen smaller.